Hey guys, it's Core Ross and welcome to the 6 News Roundup. Today we're rounding up all the changes coming with a brand new season of Rainbow Six Siege, which of course is called Shadow Legacy and brings us a brand new operator for attack, and that is Sam Fisher, otherwise known in-game as Zero. Now we also get a reworked map. We also get a bunch of brand new sights for weapons, along with the ability to customize the reticles as well. We're getting map bans, we're getting match replays, although that will become to the test server first, but it is coming out this season. We also get the new ping system, along with a team reinforcement pool for the actual defenders so that no reinforcements are left behind. We also get a new hard breaching gadget for attackers, and Thatcher's getting a rework, along with a complex stat tracker for checking out your stats online, along with a squad finder as well in order to find groups to play with. So let's go into more detail with all of these changes. Let's start with Sam Fisher. He is a 2 armor, 2 speed operator. He gets a brand new weapon, the SC3000K, or at least brand new to Siege. You would have probably heard of it in Splinter Cell. And his codename in game is Zero, that's his operator name. He is an intel gatherer and operator on attack. He is able to fire out cameras that can actually go through soft walls or reinforced walls. He's also able to shoot out a laser from these cameras and destroy enemy gadgets, although each camera only gets one shot. So on the Core Ross channel, I've got more detailed information on this guy if you want to go check that out, but we'll move on to some of the other stuff. So the reworked map for this season is Chalet. This is a big surprise because in the roadmap it's Skyscraper, with Chalet being in Season 4. That appears to have been switched around, so we're getting Chalet first, and then I guess in Season 4 we're going to get Skyscraper's rework. So quite interesting. It is a major overhaul. The map feels very different, still got a little bit of familiarity to it, but a lot of the stuff I really loved about the old map is kind of gone, and I'm going to have to learn this whole new map and see if I end up loving it. I have been playing it for about 3 days, and so far I really have been loving it, but I also have been missing the old one as well. And I'd also like to mention you can actually now get on the roof of Chalet, and it feels so weird when I was actually doing it in the game, but you certainly can do it. There's a lot more options for attack and defense, and overall, yeah, like I say, it is definitely a better map, but I do miss the old one. We've then got the addition of brand new sights. So there's now the ACOG, which is now renamed to the 2.5X. So that's its magnification. But we've now got a 1.5, a 2.0, and a 2.5, and even a 3.0, along with some other close combat ones like a new holographic and a new red dot as well. And we even have the old sights in the game as well, although who can take all the different sights has changed dramatically. I've got another dedicated video on that, going over the actual changes in the loadouts of operators and giving some good examples of how the new ones look and work. But overall, really good. Like, probably one of the biggest changes in the Siege in the last couple of years, and I could see this being really enjoyable for people to play, so I'm hoping it'll be quite a nice kind of player comfort thing when it actually reaches live servers. Not only that, but you can now customize the colors of the reticles, which is of course really good, and you get a lot of options to choose from. So if you want to go for a completely different color from what the default is, or maybe you have colorblind issues and you want to change it, then you can. Not only that as well, you can change the opticity of the sights too, so you can get a less cluttered view if you want. So yeah, overall really good additions to the sights in the game, and like I say, really good for player comfort, I think. But it does mean that there's major changes, like pretty much all the ACOGs are gone for both teams. There's only a few left, and they've been replaced with other sights. So you can go watch my video if you want to see which ones have changed out. But anyway, moving on, we also have map bans. That is coming with the new season, so that should be really, really good. And talking about ranked, here is the ranked charms for the next season. So these are the Splinter Cell themed charms, although everything above gold doesn't have the green for the 3 dots, which doesn't seem quite right on the Platinum, Diamond and Champion charm. Then we've also got the brand new map pool as well. So this is the playlist for ranked, and we've also got the playlist for the casual or the quick match as well, although both of these could easily change before launch. We'll have to see how the test server plays out. We also have match replay. Now that's not coming with the new season, but it will be going up on the test server, and it should be releasing either sometime this season or next. Either way, we will get to play it, which is good. Now we're going to be getting Ping 2.0, which is the new ping system, and It is way, way, way better than the default, and I think you're going to love it. It's got really no downsides to it, although I do wonder how it's going to affect like Frost and Capcan, because of course those gadgets can now be spotted by it. But on defense, you can also spot the diffuser and things like that. So that's a massive upgrade, and I can't wait to see how that plays out, because I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant when this makes it to live servers. Now, another massive upgrade for player comfort is the reinforcement pool. This means that the entire defense team has 10 reinforcements, but anyone can put them all up. So it could be that you have a roamer who just goes running off right at the start, doesn't bother reinforcing anything. You're not losing those 2 reinforcements because you can now place them up, or one of your teammates can. It is absolutely so good. It's a suggestion that I heard literally years ago. Glad that they've actually implemented it, and I think it's perfect. Now, another major change is the Hard Breacher secondary gadget for attack. Now, this gadget is far more effective than I thought it was going to be. You're actually able to make a hole that you can either vault through or crouch through with just a single charge. There is one thing though, the people who pick this up only have one of them, so if they mess up, that's a big issue. But for busting like hatches open or reinforced walls, it is amazing. Now, there's not many operators that can actually choose it. Only Fuse, Capital, Ying, Lion, Finca, Monty, Nuke, and Amaru are able to actually take this charge. But if used correctly, it completely replaces Hard Breachers, and you can bring some other utility with you. To me, it is a game changer. This is probably one of the most significant game changing elements in this, and I can't wait to see how people play with it. Now, another game changer is the Thatcher rework. They called it a rework when they gave us a presentation, but it's just basically every single EMP will not destroy gadgets now. They'll only disable them. And when playing with him and against him, it was really weird. So it's going to take a bit of time to get used to this change to Thatcher, and it's a massive, massive nerf. In most cases, I kind of feel like I'd rather take Chalet now than take Thatcher, but I do have a bit of adjusting. Like, I've only literally played this for 3 days. I don't know how it's going to play out in the long term, so we'll wait and see. But it is a very, very big change. And then talking of reworks, this is the one you guys have been waiting for. It is the bomb. And I actually mean literally, it is the bomb. So they've reworked the bomb with these big metal segments in it, so you can't shoot through the little gaps anymore. It looks really ugly, like it's a glitch. If these bits were actually the same color as the internal bomb, like the kind of greenish color, I think it would look pretty good and pretty fine. But yeah, the way they've done this is they've gone and put in these big metal kind of pieces that go across in the middle, and yeah, you cannot shoot through. So that is probably the biggest rework when it comes to the new season, apart from of course that Thatcher change. And then we've got a few additional things added in. We've got drones failing to detect bomb sites. That is actually supposedly going to be fixed in Season 3. It took them 5 years pretty much to figure out what was causing the problem, and it is now being fixed. So that is crazy. They've also added ADS sensitivity per zoom level, so you can go into the settings and actually change the sensitivity for every single site you want to do, which is absolutely wonderful. That's coming with Season 3 as well. They've also got the new sound packaging system. This is coming with the new system as well, and this means basically that they should be able to fix sound issues as time goes on with this new system, because the old system apparently had a very limited ability to fix things. This will give them more flexibility, I guess, when it comes to fixing those sound problems. Talking about sound problems, we've also got inverted audio. This is when the audio is basically coming out the wrong side. So you actually think someone's on your left when they're on your right. They are looking into fixing this as well. This one is an ongoing one, so we'll see how long it takes them to get that fixed. Then for Season 4, they're going to have a brand new system for runout feedback. This is quite interesting. The way it kind of reads over is they might add a gauge system in. So that might be like if you pop out, you'll get spotted potentially quicker if you do it more often. So it could be like you jump out of the building, you have a look around, and your gauge starts to fill up. You jump back in maybe before you've been spotted, maybe just doing it for like a second. But it means if you jump out again, you'll get spotted quicker. So yeah, interesting thing. It could also maybe be a cooldown where that gauge goes down over time so you can jump back out for longer without being spotted. So this might help to mitigate those kind of issues when you have someone who's just constantly popping out, but obviously they're doing it so quickly they don't get spotted, and this will at least kind of nerf that a little bit. But we'll see how it goes on. The next thing is another Season 4 element, and that is improved flash detection consistency. So what this seems to be is that if you throw a flashbang into the room, stuff can block it. Like you look away from the flashbang or you duck down behind a couch or something like that. This is going to make it so the environment actually reflects the light. Now, I don't think it'll be like graphical, won't be like ray tracing or anything, but it'll be just a basic calculation of how blind you should be based on like what surfaces are around you, I would guess. So that might improve flashbangs. This might be a considerable buff to flashbangs, but it's coming in Season 4, so we'll have to sit back and wait and see if it really makes a huge improvement. And now on to a few final bits of news that are coming with this season. So we've got the stats tracker. This allows you to actually go and check your stats in a very specific way. You can like look at certain date ranges and stuff. It looks really cool. But I was only showing pictures during my presentation, so I don't know exactly how it works, and I can't tell you how good it is until I actually get my hands on it. Then we also have the Squad Finder, which is a website allowing you to find other players to play with in order to team up. So this is pretty good. It's another little comfort thing that I think is a good addition to the game, so you're going to be able to find teammates easier. And that's pretty much it. As you will have noted, no Tachanka rework, which I was really surprised by. I totally expected it to be in this season, because I was thinking back at Season 2, maybe it's going to show up, maybe we'll be lucky. And then when it didn't, I was like, oh, definitely Season 3 then. But no, it looks like it's coming with Season 4. And considering we actually seen gameplay of this rework way back at the start of the year, it is so sad to not see it in game and actually have the opportunity to play with it yet. Now, I guess you could maybe bring it in with the mid-season balancing, but it's been a long time since they brought in reworks with the mid-season balancing, so I'm going to say probably it will be fully into next season before we get it. So that sucks. But overall, there is some huge changes. Like, the site changes are massive. Like, they are literally probably one of the biggest changes in years. The ping system is great to finally have, but that's only kind of catching up with other games out there that, to be honest, probably still have better ping systems than this, although this is a massive step up. And of course, I've only had 3 days to actually play this new season, and at this point you're in the honeymoon period when everything sounds, real shiny and awesome, whereas I always like to try and take a step back and say, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming with this season, but there is also stuff that's missing that I was expecting, and I want to see how a lot of this stuff plays out in the long term, because the sites are interesting. I'm worried that defenders might get a bit too much of a leg up on attackers with them. I'm also worried about the Thatcher rework, just to see how that plays out in the long term. But Zero, Sam Fisher, is awesome and a lot of fun. He's also got a real cool kind of vibe to how his gadget works. It looks really cool. It works really cool. It's fun to play with. Not only that, I don't know if, because I'm actually recording this before the reveal in order to get this video ready for after the reveal, he has no voice lines in game. And of course, we got that trailer and it wasn't the correct voice. It wasn't Michael Ironside. But in game, he has no voice lines at all. All he does is a few grunts every so often if he's shot. That's it. Which makes me think maybe they're going to have Ironside record the voice lines later, after potentially COVID has been sorted out. So maybe there is still a chance that we get the real Sam Fisher to do the voice lines for this guy. Because that's, still the linchpin for me. If he comes in and I hear Sam Fisher's voice when I'm playing the game, then it's, perfect. So we'll see how it all plays out. And like I say, I'm doing this before the actual reveal, so there might be surprises that they've put out there that I don't yet know about as well. Anyway, guys, that is everything for today's roundup. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. And like I say, I've got 2 video links in the description below, which go to the overview of Sam Fisher and also the overview of the new sites as well, so you can see how they all look and work in game and who has them. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.